What is going on? We're back. We have an intro. Still needs a little bit of work, but for the most part, we've got an intro. Jayme, what's up, buddy?
That was a surprise because I thought you said that wasn't going to be here today because it was still being worked on.
Oh no, I
And then it
said we're
started
gonna.
playing. I'm like, oh,
No,
there's
we're
a.
rolling with the intro. I need an
I
intro
like
on
it.
these shows, or I don't have time to do like sharing and stuff. And
I,
sharing is caring.
while that was going, I started like trying to make my list of things, but I'm like, there's a show I'm missing and I can't think of it right now, but it's fine. How was your week?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, you should know. I mean, I talked to you and Autumn probably more than anybody else in my life,
That's fair.
and maybe Justin. I also talked to Justin a lot.
That is very fair. I think that's like pretty mutual minus the Justin part. Like,
Mm.
y'all are about all that my phone consists of.
But we watched a lot of stuff. But one thing that made me really really sad was finding out that Found was canceled. Guys, listen, I am disappointed in everybody in this world for not watching the show Found. It was great, very similar to Missing Persons Unit, kind of like reminded me of Scandal a little bit as well. But like you guys let me down. Mark Paul Gosselaar as a bad guy was fantastic, and then Jayme found out they canceled Suits LA, and I know she's upset about that, which
I am, and
I'm
I'm not
not.
even but a few episodes in, but I'm really sad because I feel like they could have done so much with that show.
I think they could have, and like I told you, I started off not as a huge fan of Suits LA, but it grew on me really fast. Like each episode, I thought I got better and better, and like I'm into the show now, and it sucks. It sucks that they canceled it.
That's really sad.
Yeah,
The
poor Green
saddest
Arrow.
one is SWAT though. Like I have not even started this season because of that.
Hmm.
Like because I don't want it to end.
I mean, it did have 300 seasons.
I don't care. That's like Grey's Anatomy. Like I'm gonna be pissed when they end it. But
You want
SWAT was too good. Somebody needs to pick it up and they need to keep going.
maybe? I mean, it could happen. I mean, Suits LA has a better shot at happening than SWAT. What surprises me about Suits is Suits got popular on Netflix. That's where
Yeah.
everybody discovered it and watched it. And does Netflix pick up Suits? No, they do not.
Well,
Peacock does because Peacock and NBC owned USA, which aired it first. But if I was Universal and NBC, I'd be like, okay, this show is popular over here, so let's license it out to them over there where people can find the show and enjoy it. But maybe it'll get picked up by Netflix,
would be nice.
or we'll get a legit sequel series because that's what everybody liked about the show anyway. Was Harvey Specter being back and Lewis Litt. You said you hadn't watched the clips with Lewis
No.
yet, but oh my god, I forgot how much I loved that character.
He's amazing.
Yeah,
There
he's
was
in
a
there.
few like everyone in that series, there's a few moments where I didn't like him, but overall I did like his character.
Well, yeah, he was kind of an asshole, but like he
You
did have some
probably
really
relate to
funny
that.
stuff.
I'm just kidding.
But guys, like you really let me down with that cancellation. I'm upset. I really was. Like she sent it to me. She's like, Suits LA got canceled. I'm like, what? So I pulled up the thing and I'm like,
You didn't
Found
believe
got
me, did
canceled.
you?
Huh?
You didn't believe me, did you?
I kind of believed you about Suits LA, but I figured they'd give it 2 seasons because like the original Suits didn't really get like good until
Oh,
later
right.
in season 1 and season 2. So I figured they'd let this show breathe a little bit as well. But I mean, it must have done really bad for them to cancel it after 1 season. Cause I can't imagine Peacock gets that higher ratings anyway, because it was a Peacock exclusive.
Yeah.
Sad. Guys let me down.
Unfortunate.
But we watched a lot of finales, and
Yeah, y'all, well, full transparency, get the popcorn ready because there's a crap ton to talk about.
there is.
A crap
So
ton.
another show that I was kind of hard on this season, Tracker. And I'm saying the last 6 episodes were really, really good to the point where the show finally got somewhere where I was like ready for the next one, like on the edge of my seat. And it's the
And
freaking season finale. Like,
that
let's
was the
go.
worst. When we were talking about it, and you're like, that was season finale. I'm like, there's no way. Like, we needed more than just like they could have based the entire season off of that one episode,
Hmm.
and I'm kind of upset about it.
I mean, good cliffhangers because you got me back. You got me like on the edge of leaving the show. The only
I
reason I
don't
kept,
think you would have left because you like TV, but
if we weren't doing this podcast and you hadn't kept encouraging me to go, I probably would have dropped off and probably caught up over the summer. But like, I'm glad you kept me invested, because from the moment where the snow episode where he rescues the two ladies on was all really, really well done. And the finale, like, I'm ready for season 4. I didn't think I'd say that. Season 4, right? I think we're on season 4. Season
I
3?
don't even know at this point.
I think it's maybe season 3. But I'm here
That's a
for it.
Google question. Either way, I'm ready for it.
Finally got back to some kind of serialized, like, overarch story, which is what I've been missing.
Yeah. We were watching that and Reacher at the same time. Reacher, definitely, that's one show we always look forward to coming. I didn't think Tracker was going to have me looking forward to it being back on again. But now I'm just as ready for that to be back.
Yeah, me too.
But shockingly, that is not the show that has pissed me off the most with their season finale.
911?
I think this week we should honestly do like what pissed you off the most.
Okay.
Yeah, because every single one of them pissed me off this time. Not
Which
ready
one? Oh, really? All of the
Yeah,
finales did.
yeah.
Which one made you mad the most?
We can do that. Like when we talk about our 5, we'll do that. I guess the rookie didn't really piss me off. It kind of pissed me off, but not as bad as some of the others. That's for sure.
Okay, wow. I thought the 911 finale was really good.
Okay, that whole show pisses me off. We know this. We've already talked about that. But that finale, that made me cry. But I really thought it was going to be... I didn't think he was going to be coming back to just be part of the 118. I thought he was going to be coming back to be captain. But then when Chimney was like, they were walking off and she called him captain, I was like, oh my God, that's like perfect for him.
Yeah, no, I saw the Chimney thing coming from the moment Bobby died. I knew that was kind of how they were going to direct it, because it just makes the most sense, like, from a story structure. Brooks Bowtie says it made up for them killing Bobby off. Again,
really.
I said from the moment they killed Bobby off, it's going to open the show to some good stories. And I feel like we've had some good stories since then. They've definitely been more emotional than I'm used to from this show.
I cried a lot this season.
I know you did. You were really upset about Bobby.
I was.
Bobby's back, though. I mean, spoiler alert. Let me throw up the little spoiler alert. We got a baby Bobby.
Oh my God, no, that made it. Oh, God. I was like, oh, I'm crying. But I also didn't think she was like that far along yet.
I probably a little bit of a time jump.
Yeah. But then Athena selling the house that they just built, that depressed me a little bit. Get out of here. It was really sad. Really sad.
I really dug it. Chim as captain is a good choice for the show. And, next year we get the will they, won't they with Buck and Eddie again.
No, I don't think so. But then again, it was him trying to look for a new place because Eddie was back. And Christopher, I feel like that was such a good move for him because he's already talking about going to be with his friends and stuff like that versus living underneath the grandfather's image of what he should be doing and how he should be doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's like a very small storyline, but there's so many storylines within the last finale that there's so much to be unfolded coming up.
Yeah, no, I agree. I cannot wait to see what the next season takes us, especially I wonder if they're going to tie into 911 Nashville. I wonder how long we have to wait for a preview for that.
I don't know. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to see her from a different perspective from how she just tried to kill Chimney's wife. I can't even think of her name at the moment, but I don't know. That's going to be kind of hard to do. I think they're going to have to wait a little bit before they do that so people don't try to put those two things together.
I mean, yeah, I agree. It's a weird casting choice. What's up, Christina?
Hi,
how you doing? Yeah.
And Emily. I bet Emily's there too. Hi.
Hi, Emily. I haven't met you yet, but I'm looking forward to
I
it.
haven't either, but they're like always together when she's home. But she might be on a plane. Who knows?
She could be. I think she's back.
She comes and goes so much. There's no telling.
All right, so tell me why. What, so Jayme texted me last night and goes, "Did you watch 911?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And she's like, "Did it? Did it?"
It was not last night though. It was. I
It was
don't
last
know
night.
what
It's
it
been a
was.
long. Yeah, it's been.
Yeah.
But she's like, "Did it end with Lucy on the couch?" And I'm like, "There's no character named Lucy on 911. Do you mean the rookie?"
No, you said that's rookie, not 911. I was like, shit. I knew what I meant, but at the same time, there's too much going on.
So tell me
But
why it made you mad.
because how long have we been like cheering on this one relationship? Okay, number one, the episode itself was really, really good. I did like it. But the ending, she walks in from night shift because she's on night shift now because she's sergeant. And he's there at the apartment, like cooking her breakfast and stuff. And she was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "She let me in before she left to go work, her live-in roommate, whatever." And so he's cooking her breakfast, brings her a plate after he's like, "We've been through all this stuff. I hurt you. I'm sorry. And I want you to move in with me." And he gets to the couch and her ass is asleep. I'm like, oh my God. And that's the way it ends. That's how it ends. Is her asleep on the couch and him holding a plate. And that, as if there's not enough torture with that relationship already, that's the way you want to end the whole season. It's bullcrap.
Gotta keep you coming back.
Bullcrap. I mean, I'm going to keep coming back for that because I love, just the show itself. But we've been wanting this to happen for so long. Like, you can only milk it for so long.
Oh, they're going to milk it as long as they humanly can. I hope not.
Not
they're usually pretty good about that. They're usually pretty good about that. I mean, Nolan got married pretty quickly. They didn't stretch that out too long.
No, but I mean, there was stuff that, like... But see, they've added to their storyline once they got married, which is what they could still be doing with them, but they haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
They just keep letting them like get this close and they just snatch it apart. I'm like, ugh, makes me mad. So yeah, that's one show that pissed me off this time for all the season finales.
Sounds like you had a rough go of it this week with these shows.
I did.
But one of the shows that I caught up on, I was like 10 weeks behind, and I'm glad I got to binge it all. Will Trent is such a good show, Jayme. Like, I always forget how good the show is until it comes back and then I watch it. But you need to watch Will Trent. As soon as you're done with Missing Persons Unit, do yourself a favor. It is a really, really well done cop show.
So is that one of those shows that you like to build your episodes up to watch because of the way they go?
It's more serialized than the normal cop show, but it also does have standalone episodes within the serialization. So it's almost like the way we wanted Tracker to be, like the first season of Tracker, where there was an overall storyline. But the acting is just really, really good in Will Trent, and the storytelling. Will Trent, yeah, Tim, it's so good. Is one that you need to check out.
There's I feel like there's no more TV for this summer.
I mean,
besides like the old stuff that I'm watching. But
I mean, we got a lot of Netflix shows. I'm sure we got Georgia and Jenny.
Oh, that's coming out like soon. Oh, can't wait.
Emily says, I cried so much over the ending of Will Trent. My dog came and sat with me because she felt that I needed some emotional support.
See, if I'm going to cry, I don't know if I need to watch it right now. But maybe I need a good cry. Who knows? But like, I cry too much in shows.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night. So one of the reasons I've only made it so far in Alert MPU is because I would watch Grey's Anatomy first. And Joe was like, "Are you really going to watch this?" I'm like, "Well, you're playing on your phone, so I'm not stopping it." And I wish I would have stopped it when I asked him 8 minutes in. Like, I should have stopped it.
Why? How was it? Grey's was the finale too, right? I'm assuming because it's ABC.
I had to Google and it pissed me off. That's my number one of the whole entire, like, everything we've talked about over the past how many weeks. That's my number one, top of the list that pissed me off the absolute most.
Why?
I mean, show-wise, it ended well because it's making people come back. But storyline wise and all the questions that as a watcher we now have is infuriating. Infuriating.
Well, tell me what happened. Did
So
Link get together?
Link and Joe did get married last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week they're having their honeymoon in the freaking supply closet room because the hospital got shut down for a lady who was in there trying to make Amelia Shepherd do a brain surgery on her daughter who had like lost all function and stuff. So she got this some kind of gas tank or whatever and was like had a lighter and held them hostage. So they had to clear the floors and stuff like that. So they get in there, they get her calmed down. They don't get her calmed down, but they get in, take the gas tank stuff, take her gel. The kids had her surgery, all this kind of stuff. And then they're like, Link and Joe were on the breezeway outside. And she was like, let's go home and finish our honeymoon or whatever. And he was like, I got to go do the surgery that I had to put off because the old guy didn't want to wait. So he goes upstairs to do the surgery. There's people talking, which Gray was there for this episode too, which I really liked since, it's Grey's Anatomy. But it ended with him in surgery and the husband of the wife who went to jail for the gas tank. He was like, she had said that it was empty. He said, there's no empty tanks on my truck. So Link went to cauterize a leg that he was doing surgery on. Yeah, that's what it was. And the hospital freaking exploded again. So
of course it did.
Joe's pregnant with twins, and Link just got blown up in the hospital with God knows who else. And I'm not okay with it. I, amongst like thousands and thousands of other people, are not okay with this episode. I don't like it, and I'm very upset about it.
It is 87 of Grey's Anatomy. Grey's hardly
even on the show anymore. It's like 22 or 23 or something like that. It's 20 something, but either way, it's good enough to keep people watching, and that's a plus.
I have no issues with Grey's Anatomy. I've watched the show. I watched up till season 7, and then Izzy left, and I got mad and I stopped watching.
It gets so much better after her, though.
I've seen so many episodes of those since because of Kylie. I've seen the one where Patrick Dempsey's character meets its demise. I've seen the plane crash.
I squalled.
Like, why is it when people want to leave Grey's Anatomy, they're like, I'm gonna kill you?
I mean, I do like that they've brought in all like the new residents and stuff, and there's new storylines, which has helped Grey with her exit a little bit, but she still makes her appearances and stuff. But the storylines link to some of the other doctors, and just like, I like it. I really like it. But I didn't like that episode.
It's very
not to have to wait till freaking October. I'm not okay with it.
Yeah, October is so far away.
Way too far away.
Let's get into our top fives.
Okay.
My number 5, I'm going to kick it off. It's going to be Tracker. I was really surprised with how good Tracker ended. Like I said, I've been down on the show, and they brought me back in the end. I like Justin Hartley a lot as an actor. I liked him in This Is Us. I liked him in Smallville, and I'm liking him on this. So I hope that they can sustain this high that they left me on, because they definitely almost lost me. You guys can thank Jayme that you kept me as an audience member.
I mean, it's what it was one of those shows you knew there was no way they could let that show fall off. There was too many people that are kind of like cheering it on anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think who he is just in general, they don't really want to lose an actor like that. Not really, unless the show just completely tanks. But I think as mad as it makes me, they built it up well to that point. And maybe that was just enough to get them to write an even better season for the next one. Yeah, I did think Bobby was gone. But I like that now it's the two of them, and like shit gets done faster, and they both have their own ways of doing things. I like that.
Getting rid of Bobby on all the shows.
All the Bobbies. What the hell is wrong with these people?
If your name is Bobby, you are not safe on television.
Oh
What's your number 5, Jayme?
I'm gonna do a twofer for number 5. And I'm gonna match yours, but I'm also gonna say, oh God,
You're gonna say, "Oh God."
yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm giving it to the rookie. Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the rookie.
I gotta
The
get
rookie
caught
and
up.
tracker.
It's one
You
of
do
those
need to
shows I
get.
do.
I mean, no, it was a really good show. You should really watch it.
I'm
Lucy,
going to.
Lucy was badass in that episode. That was mainly more of like a her episode, and it was very good.
I I'm glad that I am a single and retired from dating person because I don't have to wait for people to watch shows except for The Rookie. I have to wait to watch The Rookie with my daughter because that's the only time she'll sit that and Georgie and Mandy. That's the only time she'll sit down with me to enjoy anything. So like
That's the guy that's like, you need to tell Joe to hurry up. But
if
no,
you and
I
Joe,
think I
I
I think the
compliment
rookie you should just tell Kylie, be like, we can watch it again, but I've got to watch it.
you and Joe are better than most couples though. You guys are pretty on it as far as
Yeah,
TV
as long
schedules
as
go.
the week isn't crazy with the kids and stuff, we at least can find one day to watch a couple shows. But sports are over, so but hell, so is TV. Everything's gone now.
We'll find shows. Don't worry, guys. We'll be here all summer. My number 4 is going to go to Law and Order: Organized Crime. I know, Law and Order, but hear me out.
It's the
Law and
old man
Order:
in you.
Organized Crime shifted to Peacock, so it's now a streaming show, which means they can use adult language and
Oh, that makes it a little bit better.
and it's serialized. Like this season 5 covers Italian mafia, and it's got Chris Maloney from SVU. He's the star of the show, and you can start it at season 5. So you got a much grittier, more, I don't want to say realistic because SVU is very realistic, but you get a much more realistic in the sense of like emotions and like how you feel watching them. But yes, guys, go watch Organized Crime. I'm telling you, it's really, really good. I was really I liked the first season of Organized Crime, and then it kind of went to the episodic thing, like normal Law and Order, and now it's back.
You said the Italian mafia thing, and it made me think of a post I saw yesterday on Facebook that Landman has released like the season 2 cast and stuff and the schedule. I can't wait. I don't
Well,
remember the date, but
I got your copy of Landman right here.
hells yeah. Cannot wait.
What is your for the week? Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna go 911.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's gonna be my 3, 911.
of course.
Second best episode of the season, I thought. Just the acting, the way they decided to tell the story.
Yeah, I like that there's a new baby.
I'm like, oh my god, do they have to suffer another loss?
God, no. But
I
then
mean,
they
granted,
like the way they led up to that too, with her like walking like, I don't know what word I want to use for that, but they made it seem like she was on a mission for something bad or something that was hard for her, I guess. But then to just get there and it's the hospital room with everybody and the baby. It was very sweet.
it was little Bobby Jr.
Yeah.
Keep this Bobby alive.
The whole name too, minus the last name. It was great.
All right, well, 911 is my 3. So what is your 3? She's thinking, guys. I mean, this is
I'm
tough
gonna go
decision.
Equalizer.
Okay, I need to watch that. That's another show that got canceled.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like we're like behind anyways, obviously, which is how I'm watching it. But we're to a pretty good point in it, and I like it. But you should like that one. But I like stuff like that. So
that's the Queen Latifah one, right?
yeah,
kind of wanted to see it. Might have to check it out. My number 2 is going to Hacks. Hacks is a show about starts off about a struggling ex stand-up comedian. She hires a young hip writer to help make her relevant again. She's an older lady, and this season she has a talk show, and she's hired the same lady to be her head writer on the show. And it's really funny. It's really well done. I like anything that has to do with stand-up comedy. You've got
So
me.
is it similar to like Miss Maisel?
Not, I don't want to say it's similar, but there's definitely themes that are similar
Is the
throughout. But
comedics just as good though?
the comedy stuff hits. I mean, nobody's Rachel Brosnahan, but also nobody is Gene Smart either, and Gene Smart's the lead of Hacks. So it's a fun show. It's on HBO Max, and I do recommend, if you guys haven't seen it, to go check it out because it's really well done.
Nice. I might have to look into that one. Miss Maisel was a great show. Great show. I was very upset that they ended that one.
I mean, I could watch Rachel Brosnahan play that character forever, but you don't want to outstay your welcome. And I wish that we, like we do with the cons that we do, I wish there was a way we could do a Miss Maisel thing and bring on that cast, because that cast would be so much fun to meet.
No, it really would.
Huh.
It absolutely would. I like it. But I feel like that's another one of those shows that they could have kept going.
Maybe. I mean, they definitely did a lot of time jumps at the end. A lot of time jumps at the end.
That's like the one thing I didn't like about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have supported it still going.
I mean, yeah, I forgot about the time jumps until just now. So I mean, yeah, I could totally see that.
That was a me show though. That was my show.
Me too. I watched it by myself. It was great.
It was a good one.
Stand-up comedian, the comedy stuff. Again, it's one of my favorite things to enjoy.
I feel like I'm missing a show that I've watched.
What is your 2? She takes these lists very seriously.
I do, but what did I say already? I should have marked it off. I said Tracker and
Grey's Anatomy. No, you didn't say Grey's Anatomy.
That's my number 1.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, don't spoil it.
No, it's fine. I think the anger in it, people knew it was my number 1. But did I say The Rookie? I said The Rookie. So then I didn't say Alert MP. So Missing Persons Unit's going to be my number 2.
That's a good show. I like this show a lot. I like, is it Scott Conn? I think it's Scott Conn. That's the lead. I liked him in Hawaii Five-0. I liked him in Ocean's 11. And I like him in this.
I've been meaning to Google him because his voice sounds so familiar to me. But face-wise, I can't place him in what I've seen or heard him in. But no, he's a great character. Actor. I like him.
Pretty much plays the same character. But yes, no, I like him too. I'm trying to remember what I watched because I know I have a number 1. That's my number 1 is Handmaid's Tale. I absolutely am really digging that show. It's making me hate being a man a little less than it normally does, and I'm here for it because again, stuff's happening. There's a lot more positivity. Things are happening for the good guys, and I cannot wait for the new episode this week. I am literally on the edge of my seat. I was so mad when it ended, which I'm kind of glad because I'm mad because one, I thought it was only an 8-episode season and it's 10. So I thought I was watching the finale and then it ends at a cliffhanger and I had to Google. I'm like, wait a second, this better not be a cliffhanger. I better not have to wait for a spinoff to get my resolution.
So the real question of this week's show is how many shows did we Google in this week and a half to see, was that the season finale?
All of them pretty much.
We did that a lot.
And I'm sure Last of Us would have been on my list, but I didn't watch it because Last of Us is a show that I like to watch. So I want to make sure I have no distractions when I watch that because that's me time. Yeah. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'll watch it and report on it soon, I'm sure.
I think I need to start that one.
It's good. You like The Walking Dead, right?
I mean, I did until I didn't, but yeah.
I mean, it's way better than that. It's like parts of The Walking Dead, it focuses more on the people than the monsters. Yeah. So it's really well done.
I liked iZombie and stuff too. So I mean, I'm here for the zombies.
Yeah, iZombie was good.
I actually loved that show. Yeah. And then Santa Clarita Diet, dude, I was pissed when they canceled that one because that one was good too.
I have not seen Santa Clarita Diet.
Okay, well it ends very abruptly. So one day you have nothing to do, just binge that because it's pretty good.
I know Nathan Fillion's in the first episode because I watched the first episode. But
and then you just stopped
right away. Yeah. I'm like, this sucks. Nathan Fillion just got 8. I'm out.
You rage quit.
I rage quit. I'm like, I'm done. Spoiler alert, guys. The show's 10 years old.
God, no, it's not that old. Is it?
I don't know. I think I was
Don't make
still
me feel
married.
older than what I am. Or than what I already feel.
2017, so 8 years old.
Yeah. Oh God, Jesus Christ. I didn't feel like it was that long ago, but
It's pretty close.
jeez, okay. That's sad. But yeah, my number one's gonna be Grays. 100% Grays. They they wrote that episode extremely well for the season finale. Even though it made me very angry, it definitely is gonna have me on pins and needles until that season comes back. Because they do like half seasons. So it's not like full seasons, I don't guess. So yeah, once it comes back, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Good news is we got summer shows starting soon. I know there's summer shows that we're going to want to watch. I don't know what they are yet, but we'll find some.
Well, Jenny and Georgia for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember if Sweet Magnolias will be out in the summer or not. Maybe, I'm not sure. But there's a couple more that are Netflix too, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
I haven't watched the newest season of Outer Banks, so probably gonna start that too.
I need to watch that Ariel show too, the one that you watched.
Oh, High Surf.
Mm.
Yes, you do. That's a really good one. You should watch that before like July.
I should probably do that. I need to watch The Resident. I started it and then I was like, I like Matt Jerky, so I'm trying this whole rewatching thing because it's all the rage right now. So yeah. I'm rewatching The Good Wife right now. I'm almost at season 3, and I'm loving that. So maybe after that I'll watch The Resident.
Every time you say The Good Wife, it makes me think of The Good Witch, and that was a really good show. I liked that one.
That had one of the husbands from Desperate Housewives in it.
You know way too many people. I can't keep up with it.
Well, everybody, like, comment, subscribe, follow Jayme at Jayme3312. Follow me at 3GeeksJ. Thank you for the support on the shorts. We appreciate everything. Join our Facebook group, the Big Binge Watchlist TV Conversation, I think is what it's called. Anyway, guys, come hang out with us, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.